is the reaction in Calgary, where the Flames clinched a spot in the NHL playoffs after beating the LA Kings. It's turning into a big year for hockey fans in this country. 4 Canadian teams are heading into postseason play. Montreal is in, so is Winnipeg. The Jets clinched a wild card spot yesterday after the Kings lost to Calgary. So the Flames will now take on the Vancouver Canucks, and that Western Canadian matchup has Calgary fans all fired up. CBC's Aaron Collins joins me live with more from outside the Saddle Dome. There'll be lots of action there. What's the reaction in Calgary to that big win last night?
Hey, fired up is the right word. The Saddle Dome back behind me, the roof almost came off last night when that third goal came in the third period there, sealing the victory for the Flames and really, eliminating the Stanley Cup champions, which in and of itself is a huge accomplishment for a team like the Flames that really wasn't even expected to be competing for a playoff spot, let alone getting in, knocking off the Stanley Cup champions. The city really embraced this. Now, so Hannah, you folks out in Toronto might not totally understand the excitement of the playoffs and a successful team, but that's sort of, there's a pride, there's a visceral pride here, the chemistry that this team has, that it's come together, and the community's coming together behind this team. You can feel it when you're walking down the streets. It's going to be a fun couple weeks.
You must have missed it last hour when I promised a viewer who tweeted me not to mention a certain team for the rest of the playoffs and that season. So I'm not going to go there with you. I'm not going to take your dig. I'm not going to have you throw the gauntlet down. I'm not picking it up. So let's leave it at that.
We got to get our needles in where we can.
Right. Hey, but now that they're in the playoffs, what's next, Aaron, for the Flames?
Well, you mentioned it earlier. Next is the Vancouver Canucks, and that's going to be a whole other challenge. Obviously, the playoffs, for most of the people on the players on the Flames, it's a new thing. This is a young team, which is a big difference from the Vancouver Canucks, who've been here before. They're a veteran team led by the Sedins, and they're sort of expected to succeed. This is kind of the end of their window of opportunity as maybe even a Stanley Cup contender, whereas the Flames, they were not expected to be here, so they should be loose. They should be, sort of taking it as it comes. Maybe the pressure won't get to them. Maybe it will. It's difficult to say. But there's in Calgary, when we have any kind of playoff success in hockey, it seems to go through Vancouver. That's not changing this time. If the Flames are going to get anywhere, they're going to have to get past a tough veteran squad